Thank you. If you would, sir, just with a simple yes or no, tell us whether you have received either directly or indirectly any communication from anyone in the Trump regime suggesting that specific tax-exempt organizations should be scrutinized because of their political views.
No.
You have not. Good. And will you commit today that under your leadership, the IRS will not initiate audits, investigations, or revocations of tax-exempt status based on political targeting?
100%. We're here to administer the law,
Thank
uphold
you.
the law.
Just to be clear what I'm talking about, though, in that regard, the Wall Street Journal reported, quote, the Trump administration is preparing sweeping changes at the Internal Revenue Service that would allow the agency to pursue criminal inquiries of some groups more easily. So are they in error and no such sweeping changes or any changes are being prepared there to use the IRS?
I hope that you understand that every form of the Daily News is not a Bible.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you
about this.
about
It's not a
this.
Bible, sir.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And that's why I'm asking you about this.
I've actually never heard that or seen it,
You've
sir.
never heard that the Trump administration was trying to weaponize the IRS?
100%
Well,
not.
then you're not familiar with President Trump's tweet specifically attacking Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, or CREW, asking that its tax-exempt status should be reevaluated? You're not aware of that?
I don't track tweets, sir.
You don't track Truth
I don't
Social.
track
It doesn't
tweets.
have anything to do with
You're
your
not
work.
going to find my social media presence
Well, this is the
anywhere.
president, of course, is
My
not
whole
very interested
career.
in ethics, so I was concerned about that. Let me switch then to the question of audits. As you know, the audit rates for large corporations have fallen about 70%, and of those making over $1 million have fallen by about 50% over the past decade. Can you assure us that you will restore the ability of the Internal Revenue Service to ensure that our tax laws are implemented and applied to those who have the most power in our society?
I've heard before a comment about the tax gap. I want to be very clear in general of the objectives that both the Treasury Secretary and myself have. First and foremost, higher service for the American public. Second, higher collections. And then third, privacy, right? We are here, and when I think about the tax gap and why it's been reported for years, the tax gap, right?
Yes, sir.
We're doing analysis right now to understand what the reality of the
that's
addressability
That's
of
an
the
important
tax
question,
gap
but
is.
it's not my question to you. And
Well, it's all interrelated. It may
is
not be your
interrelated
question,
because
but
if you don't
it's
do your job
of this-
on audits, then you have a tax gap. But my specific question.
Well, if you make compliance easier, we have countries that have higher compliance rates than
Yes,
us.
and
My
so
job
I have
is
a-
to increase compliance and increase.
I'm glad you recognize that
collection.
job. And my question again, just so it will be clear, and I think I may get the numbers just right. Over the last decade, the audits of large corporations have declined by 50%, and those earning over $1 million have declined by 70%. And I'm asking you if you're going to restore those audit rates to where they were over the past decade, or those people will continue to be able to be assured.
We're going to increase compliance. We're going to increase compliance. We're going to have an easier way to operate with us. And we have 30,000 people working on compliance and enforcement.
So as a result
sir.
of that, we'll be able to see that those audit rates rise to the level they were at, and that people that are at the top.
There's nobody that told me ever, including yourself, that those were the audit rates that were the standard audit rates. Let us go do our work the right way, and then we will get the right outcomes. You're asking for a commitment to a number that's never been proven out to be the right number. It could be bigger, it could be smaller.
I'm asking you to treat those at the top the way you've treated those at the bottom. And we're not seeing audits.
We're going to have the
fair.
we believe in fairness, sir.
And that's why we have a tax gap. Fairness is
equity,
appropriateness. Would require dealing with those at the top the same way as those at the bottom, and that's not happening now. And I'm not assured from your answer that you're going to raise those audit rates to a level where we will see the powerful treated as everyone else is treated. Thank you very much.
Mr.
That's just
Kelly.
the way you want it to